sessions have been organized on various topics like active learning, research and development, digital and advanced pedagogy tools, and many more. Sir has conducted more than 16 webinars on various HROB related topics in 2020 and 21. Apart from that, 25 PhD has been awarded under his guidance and 10 are pursuing. Sir has 214 publications to his credit, and most of them are from, they are in 140 papers are in journals, 62 in conferences, two books have been published, and most of the papers are into the SCI journal and the UGC listed journal. Sir has submitted two projects recently: a Union Bank proposal for leadership executive program for senior executive worth rupees 42 lakh, and another one is SWOT analysis for PTCUL power transmission of Corporation of Uttarakhand Limited worth rupees 62 lakh were proposed. Sir has completed two more projects. One is based on the management education.
I think, madam, it is fine. Already we are running short of time, so that's okay. Thank you very much for giving the introduction in detail. Right now, just confirm me. I'm sharing the screen. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
E-content development,
right, sir. It's visible.
Right. So thank you very much, Professor Monica, madam, and the Institute for giving me opportunity to interact on this particular topic. In fact, I will first brief you about it is how I have developed this particular topic. I am having the experience of these MOOC courses, 4 courses I am running on the Nptel program, training of trainers, MSID, leadership and team effectiveness, and the talent acquisition and management. So this e-content development for the MOOC in the sense the government of India has these initiatives. So that is the one vertical I have selected. Another vertical, Department of Management Studies has announced the EMBA, Executive MBA program. So I have prepared the content. That is also having the recording, and on recording Coursera is running this particular course. So that is the another vertical online course which I am teaching. The course is the Principles and Practice of Management and Organizational Behavior, in addition to the 4 programs of the Nptel programs, MOOC programs. So 4 programs on Nptel online. And these are the 2 courses through the Coursera's platform. And third one is online teaching, which we had, all of us had experience during the COVID is there. So e-content development. So because all these 3 verticals, the experience which are having for these more than the 10 subjects e-content I have developed. And the interesting to share with you is this. MOOC, they're having the different approach. The Coursera is having the different approach, and online teaching was having the different approach. And therefore, the e-content is different for the development is different for the Nptel courses, 4 courses. It was totally different for the Coursera courses, and it was totally different for the online courses is there. So e-content in 3 verticals which I have developed that I will be sharing with you. That is how I have developed. Then I have approached in a 3 ways. One is the development, second is the delivery, and third is the evaluation is there, right? Now you see that is the 4 years back, I think I got this opportunity in 2018, if I'm not wrong, through the MOOCs courses to develop these e-content, right? So naturally, the topics which I was teaching since last 26 years, like the training of trainers, program conducting, or the MSID, manager skills for interpersonal dynamics and all. So, but As soon as when I started to work on these Nptel courses, it was a totally different experience. So this creativity and openness. Many times the faculties are having these boundaries. That is we have to teach in the given sessions by the university. We have to given the syllabus in our hands, and then we have been asked to teach, right? But here the beauty was that is you have to design your course in your own way. I would like to give the example of organizational behavior. So organizational behavior in IIT Roorkee Department of Management, it was in regular classes, it was the 42 hours. When it was for these the MOOC courses, it was the 30 hours. So that 42 hours I have to screen for 30 hours. And when I was teaching for the regular course and we have adopted for the term plan, so it was a 21 hours. And all three were the e-content. It was on online courses. So the same subject, I was required to prepare for the 42 hours, 30 hours, and 21 hours. So you can understand for any subject when you, otherwise you are teaching in the university system or in the given syllabus system, it will be for years together you are teaching for the 42 hours or 30 hours, whatever it is there, right? But suddenly you get an opportunity to design that particular subject into the different hours. And that requires the creativity and openness. So dear friends, whenever we are teaching the subject in a regular operations, then we have to also see that is if we are increasing the numbers or we are decreasing the numbers, then what will be my choice? What will be my mode of delivery? And what will be the content of evaluation is there? So here again, it is very important whether you are having the full-time students or you are having the part-time students. So therefore, the registration done by the students under the university in the new education policy, so they are taking as a subject. A student of MBA might be having that subject, or an executive who is through these MOOC courses, he is enhancing his knowledge, right? So therefore, it is the variation of your audience is there. And then you have to tune up. The flexibility is required. So there might be someone who is 12th pass. And dear friends, I'm very happy to share with you otherwise also you know. That is whenever you travel in India and abroad, then you find it is a people know you. Somebody will come and say you. That is, sir, we have taken you that particular register for that particular subject which you are teaching, and I am your students. Because normally in my one course, there are 3,000 students or more than that. So therefore, in that case, and the variety of the students from the industry, from the academia, from the even 12 pass students, even the entrepreneurs, right? They are also registering. So you have the wide variety of your audiences there. And the beauty is this, you are enhancing the quality of life of those people. I would like to share one experience of Prestige Institute of Management and Research of the 1996, 26 years before. And that time there was one student, Rakshit Kapoor. And Mrs. also knows that student because he's from Indore only and he keeps on meeting and interacting with us in language. Till today he meets us and interacts with us. He's our 26 years old student, right? And then he talks about it is you are taught the OB model and conflict management. I remember that time feedback of 1996 feedback I am sharing with you. And then said that is I understood the conflict management. I like this topic. And then he was maybe a student that time. And I'm exercising that particular conflict management, maybe with the friends and the class fellows and all, you must be exercising. So quality of life. So your access to improve the quality of life. Now you see, somebody is in Spain, somebody is Germany, he's studying your subject, and then he's using that knowledge and making the practical application in addition to the theoretical application, he is making that particular use of your knowledge sharing is there. So therefore, that is the first purpose. Another example I would like to give the subject which is there, and it is about the happiness. So nowadays we are talking about now conferences are organized on the holistic view of life, right? Now you have to conduct these type of these courses and program which will be helping the people pre-COVID also, COVID also, and post-COVID also. So your online courses, they are making them more happy. How to increase the happiness index, right? And a lot of work is going on this also. Now, it is not necessary that it should be the part of very higher education. No, this I am talking about. That is when we are talking about the three verticals, MOOCs also, Coursera also, and the regular courses also, online courses because of the COVID which we are teaching. So therefore, in that case, you are making this democratization of higher education in the sense from the lower vertical to the highest vertical, you are going to share that particular knowledge, and it is a bouquet which you offer to them and they choose accordingly. So complete courses offered by the universities, now these are the now in new education policy. Now these are becoming the compulsory also, and therefore we have to develop the content accordingly. So an extraordinary number of courses are offered. Like myself is offering the 4 courses into the, as I mentioned, into the Nptel, and the 2 courses into the Coursera, and the 4 courses. So 10 courses I am offering. Otherwise, it is very difficult to run the 10 courses in one semester. And therefore, number of courses are offered by the institutions and the teachers are there. And higher education to a wider audience, which I already mentioned, is there. So when we are talking about this SWAYAM, you might, there's some other speakers might have talked to you all these things, so I will not take much time on this particular slide, but basically it is the base for this particular interaction. So I will just cover it shortly. On 19th July 2016, learning courses available on the SWAYAM platform, right? So credit transfer is there. And therefore, online courses 1st June and 1st November every year it is there. 20% of the total courses, which because as a member of the academic council also, I know that is the Vaishnav Vidyapith is already offering this type of a particular program semester to SWAYAM. And in the academic council also, under the guidance of Professor Dharsar, Vice Chancellor of the university, we have approved and discussed the many courses which are offered under this particular SWAYAM policy, and then their students can be offered, right? So these are the different platforms are there which you can be referred for the your is in your then they can refer. So for example, the SWAYAM is there, and therefore these MOOCs provide this particular this website is there. Then EPG Pathshala is there. Then the National MOOCs coordinators, that is the UGC, Nptel, NCRT, Consortium for the Education Communication, IGNOU, NICE, and that is the IISc Bangalore. So therefore, online these all courses which are run. And I will also share with you, but it will be just a tip of the iceberg, because the rest of these platforms which you are seeing on the screen, they are having the number of courses. So hundreds of courses are offered by these MOOCs providers are there. And therefore, my submission is this, that is for your area of interest, you go to the all. If not possible to go to all, at least maximum of these websites. And then you find out how content is developed, how delivery has been done. So this will be the one source which you can access and you can find out. So we should be thankful to the UGC and Government of India. That is the platform, knowledge management, knowledge creation, knowledge storage, knowledge distribution. So all has become human capital creation for the nation. That has become a wonderful efforts have been done by the Government of India is there. The another that is the word for these the MOOCs providers are the Coursera, edX, Udacity, Udemy, peer-to-peer university, Open classrooms are there, Khan Academy, Stanford Online, Future Learning, Shaw Academy. So these are the very popular other platforms are also there. And then you see every learner has to make the fit between these most providers, providers and his or her one's subjects and personality and learning approach and distribution approach, right? So therefore, when you go through these different the platforms, right, and then you learn that is, yeah, we can learn a lot and we can understand that how our colleagues, our seniors, our juniors, they are helping us to enhancing our knowledge sharing practices are there. Now we will go to the steps for the e-content development is there. So need to understand who is the students are. Right now, I will tell you that is the my course training of trainers. And that has been approved for the continuously for 3 years because the executives, those who are trainers are from the HR specialization. So they were given the very high feedback, and they are so this course is my rerun. I think the second or third time it is rerunning is going on. Similarly, other MSID, managerial skills finder person. So if you are teaching to the MBA part-time, suppose, an MBA full-time, and you are teaching to the executives, you are teaching to the freshers, then definitely your course content, that has to be different. Now you will tell me that is this, how we can make the difference, and that's what we are talking about. So first and foremost comes, that is about the course objectives. It is very important. That is the, whatever the course content which you have designed, you are designing of the course content. So it is important to think about students learning, that is the, who is learning. Can you teach differently in a BBA class and MBA class? And if your answer is yes, the leadership I am teaching in BBA class in a different way as compared to the MBA. Any participant would like to share, especially from the those teaching the BBA and MBA both? Then any example that how they take the subject and then how they make the difference between the for the same topic in the BBA class and into the MBA class? Voluntarily, any participant. Otherwise, I will take a name of the participant and then participant description. Because online courses, direct online courses, live courses, this is important. That is the, you have to make sure that is the behind the camera there are the people. Okay, Simnalika, am I pronouncing right?
Yes.
Madam.
Malika, you can speak now.
If possible, please switch on your webcam if possible, and then share your experience and introduce yourself and which subject do you teach and how do you make a difference.
Sir, good afternoon. I'm into.
आवाज थोड़ा आपका आ नहीं रहा है, मेरे को नहीं आ रहा है या?
Sir, now am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Now you're audible.
Sir, actually, I take classes in UG campus, undergraduate campus, and right now I'm taking subjects related to marketing. So yes, earlier I used to take classes for post graduation also. So there is a lot of difference between UG and PG students. Mostly the UG students are here for the sake of a degree, but then when we talk about postgraduate students, they already have crossed several filters. They've given entrance exams to get admissions, and they are more serious and they are more oriented towards their career. So there is a lot of difference between them.
And now, so how you are teaching? Yes, very good. So there is a difference. So then how do you manage the difference?
So the when we talk about the course content, mostly if we talk about BBA and MBA, mostly the things are same, but then in a broader aspect we teach in postgraduate post graduation level, but then when we have to manage these students, these are more young and dynamic, they are lively, and they change their mood very quickly. And in PG they are very much oriented, so they have a focus. They know that what is being taught and what is being left, and what will be useful for them in the career further, maybe when they go into the industry. But in the UG level, they just want to know the basics, whatever is going to come in the exams basically.
Right. So can you give one example and the 2 minutes teaching in BB and 2 minutes teaching in MBS demo? The one topic which you are teaching in both the courses.
So say for example, if you're taking very basic lectures of marketing, wherein we are
Right.
taking marketing management. So when we talk about a very basic topic, segmentation, targeting and positioning in BBA, we will just tell them the definition and we will tell them the examples. But then when we teach to the PG students, we will start with the examples. And say for example, I will talk about Maggie, then I'll just write down Maggie, and I would say that what can you relate with this name? Then someone might answer that, okay, instant food, or someone may say a 2 minute food or 2 minute Maggie. Then I will tell them that this is the kind of positioning that the brand has created on your minds.
Very good.
Or
Very good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Congratulations. Very nice. Really very nice, sir. So therefore, actually what you have mentioned, that is if my audience is experienced one, or they are in the age group of the different age group is there. So I am expecting them to having the more exposure, right? And then accordingly, I connect the topic with their experience and exposure is there. Wonderful. Wonderful. Congratulations. That is the point is there. Right. Right. So whenever we are talking about the course objectives, normally our focus is on the theoretical content. Right, that is in this particular course, I will be helping them to understand the interpersonal relationship, suppose, right? So think about this particular objective, and when they are expected to join a world where maybe the placement or any institute, so then in that case, this interpersonal relationship, that course objective, how that will help them, right? So also another important point is this, which is very popular and very much focused. Like in the research papers, no, you write the objectives, then you do the analysis, and then in the discussion you write that is how you match your objective, right? Unless and otherwise, many times what happens, your objectives are different, your analysis results are different, and your interpretation is something different. That should not be there. So the course objectives are to be very specific and measurable. Now here two things are there. One is quantitative, other is qualitative. So how do we measure the quantitatively? By their scores in the subject. That what is the median is there by the students, how much is the highest score, how much is the lowest score is there, and if you are having the grading system, so then accordingly you classify your class into those grades, or if it is a percentage wise, then you take the mean and find out how much deviation is there. So that in that case, whether the quantitatively by passing up the number of students, by the scoring, their scoring, we try to understand whether we have met the objectives or not, right? But can we measure the qualitatively also? Yes, we can measure the qualitatively also. So the course objectives, when you are using the role playing, business games, exercises, case studies, and therefore the way they play the role, the way they interpret the case study, the way they suggest you the solution to the problem of the case study, you understand that is the, now I will share one example. Now my one PhD scholar finding is people do not leave the organization, they leave their bosses. So that was, his topic was the servant leadership. And on servant leadership, his finding is this, that is those bosses, those who are serving to their followers. So if you are a faculty, so when you are serving to the institute, then in that case, nowadays the students students, many people are saying, some people agree, some people do not. We will not go into that. The students are the customers because they give us the feedback. And therefore, in that case, whether they have achieved a particular course objective or not. So that by their interpretation, by their learning, their performance in the interviews or placement, and therefore we understand they have understood or not. If the person says the one is having the problem with the boss, what options he is having, and therefore your course content. Now you see how it will be different into the Nptel and Coursera and into the direct learning is there. Now in Nptel, I have to just provide the solution. But here I will ask you and you are interacted. And therefore, in that case, you will find like this Nalika has shared her thought. But this is not possible into the Nptel courses. I have to deliver, recording will be there, and that recording will be delivered to the learner is there. And therefore, my content development for with the audience, I'm teaching e-content only. But with the audience is present and audience is absent. And that I have to check whether the if the student is not here and I'm explaining something, and if he has the question, so what questions will be raised in his mind on my input? Keeping in mind that mind, I have to provide the answers also. So I have to generate the questions myself and I have to answer myself, right? And therefore that goal will be specifically measured whether the person has generated the questions and answered the questions also. While in the case of interactions like yours and mine, now here you can have the question, you can raise your hand, and then I will be able to get an opportunity to explain whatever the best possible way. And therefore, in that case, we will be able to have the measurables there. So therefore, whenever you are developing the course content, so I remember when I was into the Prestige College in 95 to 2000, and when their sir were asking us to develop the session plan. And then in that case, the lectures and session plan, right? So for the young faculty, it is a very big task. How to cover this much topic in how many hours? Then the syllabus is already there. How many hours do we have? And then do we require to take the extra classes or not to allow to take the extra classes, and then design within the framework. So therefore, it is important to streamline the content that has to be included in the courses there. Now, in the Coursera, now Nptel, one video is of 30 minutes. In Coursera, it is of 10 minutes for a particular content, right? And in the online like yours, it is for 2 hours. Now we are interacting for 2 hours, right? So therefore, in that case, you will find the streamlining the content that has to be included in the course according to the course type of course you are teaching. So the same content, e-content development, I am designing. E-content development, if I have to design for the Nptel, it might be 30 minutes. I might take the 2 sessions or 4 sessions of 2 hours if it is required like this. But in the Coursera, it is a 10 minutes only. And there is a unit, and unit is having very limited hours. So, बोलते हैं ना गागर में सागर भरने वाली बात है. So in the given very short time, you have to teach and give an idea, and then you have to provide them suggested readings. So when you provide them the suggested readings, they can refer later on because they are executors mostly in the Coursera process. So therefore, in that case, here are whenever we are designing the course content, what we are supposed to have in our mind. So first and foremost is choose main topics, right? Now the content which luckily under the guidance of Dhar sir, I have learned that is my one class should have the textbooks, research papers on that particular topic, and the books which the candidate can refer later on also. That is the updated literature for course topics. So on a particular topic, you have to talk about the theory or models. You have to talk about the latest research. So we require PhD to be faculty. So why we require PhD? So they bring the research into the classroom on their particular topic, and therefore research articles they know कि मुझे ABDC database को refer करना है, and from that database I will select like I have taken the example of the interpersonal dynamics or the leadership is there. So I will choose the certain articles from the A star, A and B and C category journals. And that I will show you the slide also, that how to present that slide at the time of delivery. At present, we are developing the content, then we will come to the delivery, then evaluation. So therefore, in that case, those research articles, do you bring in your PowerPoint slides in the classroom certain research articles, their objectives, their methodology, and their findings? If you do that, the audience will be happy. Because suppose you are talking about a theory which has been given in the 1970, and you are teaching after 50 years. And then you say this theory is culture free. It is not culture bounded. So theory is given in USA. I remember once I was presenting the paper in Germany, and then 2004, if I'm not wrong, 20 years, 18 years back. And that time, they were one person entered, and then he asked me certain question about the culture that you are studying. Is culture free or culture bounded? And I said it is the culture free. And later on, I came to know that is the valedictory. That is, I got the best paper award in Germany. So that was about that you have to understand that your research articles on the topic which you are talking about, the culture based or the free of culture. If the culture based is there, then how that particular theory of 1970 is relevant today to the Indian context. So those contents have to be, that those research papers will be there in your content, and therefore you will be able to justify. There is a research support, not me, that I am saying that is the this is the theory is relevant to Indian organizations also. Not necessarily. What is happening is that is the research articles, they are very relevant for the India and in today's context, and therefore that updated literature for the course topic, and therefore you have to select the course topic and supporting literature is there. Organize the structure. So therefore, in that case, the topics to be taught in the online teaching or online course development so that the material prepared is understandable for students. Now what happens? You are not there, like in case of the MOOCs, that you are not there, and therefore the candidate is referring that particular literature, and that time he should feel that the author is with me, the teacher is with me, and then whenever he refers that literature, and as I mentioned, we have to understand the reader's situation. And therefore, if I am reading this, what will be the possible questions in my mind? And then in my lecture itself, proactively, I have to answer those questions. And therefore, that the material prepared is understandable for the students is here. And accordingly, then develop the content is there. So now, what masala is with you? Masala is with you, that is the topic, the relevant and popular textbooks, then the research articles, then the updated literature from the other sources like the media, print media, social media, and all this. Then you have design, that is if the 30 minutes is there, 10 minutes is there, 2 hours is there, how I will deliver this particular content, and developing that content by keeping in mind what will be the question, because I am not present physically with my reader or learner. Decide the teaching methods. Now, it is very important because you are having the number of pedagogy online also, right? So whether you are talking about the case studies, case slates, right? You are talking about the business games, you are showing them the picture. Normally, I will tell you that is whenever I interact with the students on online regular courses, and even if it is the online is there, then I ask them to draw something And when they draw something, I ask them to use your favorite color, right? This exercise we may do with the current audience also, if opportunity will be there. So therefore, in that case, involvement is there. But in the MOOCs courses, this involvement is not there. So there is a difference is there, okay, that which we are talking about. So therefore, the teaching method has to be developed for the students accordingly. That is the how important for the student that reading material is friendly. If it is friendly, then he will be develop the interest and he will understand the subject is there. And finally, we talk about the evaluation and assessment methods are there. Teachers have to develop exam patterns and assignments for the structured course content and make sure the questions in the exams are aligned to the course goals are there. And therefore, you ensure that is your all these designing of these course content that have been covered also, and then they are having the alignment with the course objectives are there. Now we will talk about the this methodology. And therefore, the content of any course should be such that it helps students to enhance their knowledge and skill. There is basically objectives is there. So first what we will do the planning. While developing the content, study material, learning activities, or any specific skills, they should consider the needs of the students and what they should accomplish from the courses there. So why I am learning this particular course, right? Is it the part of compulsion, or it will be developing my personality, my knowledge, my skills, and it will make me the better opportunity for placement, and I will be a good employee in the organization by learning this particular subject is there. Invariably, many times for the OB and HR type of subjects where the students understand, what to learn about these subjects. That is I know, like have a good behavior with others. So therefore, what to learn about these things? How to get work done from others. I know how to get work done from others. What to learn about this? That is. But when they join the organization and then when they come back to the institute and then they say that is whatever the subject knowledge is there, that is the equally important, that is how we are having the HR skills at the workplace. So the HR skills are to be learned. So they should consider the needs of these students and they should accomplish from the course what will be required from them in the planning phase itself, and plays a crucial role in developing the content is there. Second thing, which from my experience also I can tell you, course content material is there. I will not tell any one author's name or the two authors' name like this, but many times when we are having the faculty's interviews or whenever we are having the PhD scholars interviews or something, and when we ask them, that is what subject you are interested to teach, this subject. Okay, so from which book you have referred? Give the complete reference of the book which from where you are taking the contents and delivering it to the students. And the good faculties, potential faculties, they are able to tell the best top books, the author's name, year of publication, title of the book, publisher's name, and the place of publication. Complete reference they tell. So somebody may say that is, sir, whenever I'm teaching the leadership, I refer the Robbins book, I prefer the Uday Pariksh's book, I refer the Ashutapa's book, and therefore in that case, I see that is the leadership, how is given in the different books, and there are common models are there on the leadership topic, but their explanation by the author is different, and then I mix with the global knowledge with the Indian knowledge is there, and therefore by this way I collect the course material. The level of your contents of the course material that will decide your level, the faculty's level. That is this course content which has been introduced, right? And with the contents are rich. And therefore, assemble the textbooks, reading material, and other resources for the content is there. So question arises, how to identify the content area and update. Developing course content involves research work that focuses on the recent issues and current trends of the subject is there. So they should cover the national and global information on related topics is there. Dear friends, we are developing the global leaders, and that is global. Our Prime Minister has given them, that is about the global is there. So then therefore the global knowledge with the local applications. So that approach, we have to ensure that is our content should cover the local contents, local topics are there. So what is relevant in leadership at the global level, and what are the contents that leadership is required at the national level is there. And how do you differentiate the leadership practices at global level with the local level? And then how do you develop the local leaders? Any participant would like to share how to develop the local content? Any example?
Sir, I think when we talk about local, then the language, the accent should be kept in mind. The examples should relate to the local area. And when we talk about global, the global brands should be referred in the examples. The accent and language, global language should be used for that.
Yes, very good. So one will be the language, right? Second will be the culture, right? And third will be, what will be the third one? Language we have to keep in mind, global level and local level. Then
One example I would like to share, sir.
Yes, Dr. Joshi.
Sir, my sincere regards to you, sir. I was your student in previous institution.
अच्छा, आपका कैमरा तो ऑफ है, आपका चेहरा देखेंगे तो
ठीक है. Secondly, sir, मेरा जो एक word जुगाड़ है, that has been appreciated globally nowadays.
हाँ,
और
okay.
दूसरा हमारा कल्चर का खाना जो है खिचड़ी,
हाँ,
that is being appreciated everywhere.
right.
Or especially we heard in the newspaper that Prime Minister of Australia was eating it and being well viral. It has, that news has gone actually.
Right.
Or yoga,
yes.
sir. Or last mein yoga, sir.
Right.
Since we celebrate Yoga Day and the UN appreciated this effort,
Right.
and one day has been given to it, so the people understand this. Yoga is a very old science.
Right. So therefore, the food and the practices, right? And then locally we understand. And one more thing which I would like to add, yes, in addition to this, and therefore the business opportunities, the type of business opportunities which will be available in the local level and in the global level is there. Now you see, every country is having a different business opportunities is there. So therefore, because I have taught the Asian business into Henong University, so therefore you will find that is in China, the business opportunities are totally different. Japan, Korea, and India. I have studied these 4 countries, the business, Asian business, especially practices. And therefore, in that case, whenever we are talking about doing the business at global level, so my product I am taking to China, are going to the Japan, are going to the Korea or India. Then in that case, how I will be able to analyze? I would like to give the example of the case study of MTV, right? So MTV, how it is having its place in the different countries is there. And normally, many people, they find that is the certain channels, or that is Google. Google is not allowed in certain countries. So therefore, they have their own, like in China, you will find that is they will encourage. So now their local the internet media. So therefore, in that case, you have to understand that is the how the content. So when I am talking about the global audience, then what will be my contents is there. And whenever Kakao Talk or WhatsApp in India and Kakao Talk is in Korea is there. And therefore, when we're talking about the social media, and so then we have to understand the content. So content that will be very, very country specific, cultural specific will be there. So what will be the change? Because leadership model is same, but what will be the leadership practices? You know? So when you talk about the Lotto is the mall of Japan. Then in that case, when you are talking about the Walmart and in USA, or when you are talking about the Walmart in India, so then in that case, your content, that content will be the globally, locally. So therefore, identify the content area, right? And then the teachers, based on whether it can be fit the time frame and engage the students are there. So multiple teachers can work in the collaboration with different experts to provide multiple inputs for improving the course content is there, right? Here is the source is given from where this course content development I have referred, and on basis of this you can develop this particular course content is there. Now the question comes about the delivery or implementation is there. The content material is collected, identified and modified as per the needs of the students, teachers that we already discussed. Hold the responsibility for the development of the course, right? And therefore, in that case, they must build the lessons, case studies, like you have said about the Jugaad. So that Jugaad book is also referred, a number of beautiful slides are there from that particular book where how Indian Jugaad is working. So therefore, the stories which you are talking about. Now, when you are talking about the entrepreneurship, right? So in the Jugaad, when you talk about the baby warmer, so baby warmer, which has been developed by the doctor in South, lady doctor in South, right? So therefore, that is a Jugaad, because otherwise the warmers are they are very costly, and therefore, if you want to make a so then in that case, if is there any particular the baby warmer is required, then definitely in that case you have to come out with the Jugaad. Otherwise, every hospital or the every small village, they will not be able to afford and to even maintain the baby warmer. So therefore, in that case, those stories have to be there. That is the local baby warmer. Similarly, for the earthen pots, similarly for the showers. So number of Jugaads have been explained into the Jugaad book. So those stories and experiments, so these all a variety of learning activities that you can make into your examples and in the case studies. So they must incorporate content, more practical experience for the students. So what I can do, what is for me, right? So therefore, in that case, that has to be in your delivery, and they should be, because you are not there in the content. So therefore, they should be able to catch that what is here for me is there. Then here, most important is that is you also refer the experts, and they will tell you that is what is going on is there. Now, first I will take, as I was mentioning about the example of Nptel course IIT. So a MOOC and the engineering certification process requires the following from experts. What is expected? Lecture notes, video recordings, broken up into the short modular capsules. There is a 30 minutes is there, which could be based on existing Nptel contents, NEP contents. One assignment per week based on the content of the week. So then you have to also prepare the assignment. Participation in online discussion forums from the answering questions from students is there. 2 question papers, 1 live sessions per month for the duration of the course. Verification of English transcripts of the course either by the expert or by an appropriately qualified person identified by the experts. And normally we are taking the help of the PhD scholars also. And those PhD scholars, they are becoming these helpful in the developing this type of this course content is there. Now, the my courses, which I have also got the opportunity to advertise. So therefore, in that case, one is the training of trainers. This is a 3 months course, 12 weeks, 48 videos are there. So, and courses run in the years 2019, 20, 21, and 22. Rerun has been done in this course. This is the link is there. I will send these links and all these contents to Professor Monica Madam, so she will share with you. And then the managerial, another course is the managerial skills for the interpersonal dynamics. There is a 3 months, 12 weeks, and 60 videos are there. Right, every video is of the 30 minutes is there. Now then it has been run in the 20, 21, and 22. Then this was offered after this training, TOT, training of trainers. Then third is talent acquisition, 3 months, 12 weeks program is I'm running. 60 videos are there. This has been run from the 21 and 22. And this the leadership and team effectives have run from this 3 months, 12 weeks, 60 videos are prepared. And this is the online course is available on this from the January 22 is there. So I have opted for the 30 hours. You will see all these my courses. These are the 12 weeks courses. So therefore, these are the 3 months courses, and the 12 weeks courses are there. But there you can have the 4 weeks courses also, 8 weeks courses also, and 12 weeks also. So therefore, if you are having the confidence, I have started with the 30 hours only right from beginning. But somebody wants to practice first, then 10 hours course also you can offer, right? Or the 20 hours course you can offer, other 30 hours course is there. If you will ask me, yes, madam, Monica, madam.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, madam.
First you complete it, so then I'll ask.
हाँ नहीं पूछिए, वो रिलेवेंट रहेगा ना, आपके दिमाग में आया है तो फिर ठीक है.
Yeah, sir, I have one question. Like, if somebody is interested to prepare the MOOCs, so to whom he should contact, or is it from the institutional side, or individual can go and contact to these chapters where he or she can prepare the MOOCs and put it on the MOOCs on the platform?
Right. So MOOCs are giving their circular notifications to the institutes and universities.
Okay.
Right, because this courses development, the studio is required, infrastructure is resources is required, authentication is required, right? So therefore, in that case, like the MOOCs is from the UGC, NPTEL, IIT Madras is having that NPTEL course. So they circulate to the IIT Roorkee. That is we are in a position to offer 4 more courses to develop. So in your institute, propose 4 courses to develop, right? So institute may propose 6 courses, 7 courses, and then the IIT Madras will select whichever they find that appropriate. Their committee is there. So committee will decide about that particular courses are there. So it has to go through the institute or university, right? And institute and universities are getting these offers from the agencies. Like in the cases MOOCs, so as present the coordinator is IIT Madras, so IIT Madras is circulating these needs and development of courses to the institutes and universities, and then institutes and universities circulate to the all faculties of the university. Then those faculties, those who are interested, they make the proposals, right? And then they decide at the institute level, or they may send all the courses. Every university will send all the courses which have been proposed, because they want to make their more contribution. So, but then the organizers can offer only 1 or 2 courses out of the 10 courses are offered by the university, right? So then ultimately decision will be that agency will be there, right? So that will be decided.
One more, sir. Final. One more question.
Yeah, please.
Like
the beauty of that NPTEL courses and this type of courses, where the audience and learners and the resource person, so then that is becoming the easy to interact. No, that is the, and that's why I love this type of course. I was the visiting faculty for the IMC since last 3-4 years. So in that case, when the earlier I was going to CIRMO, then because of COVID, it was the online courses. Online was there, but the beauty is this: that is the participants are very active, and then they interact. So therefore, please have your question. Yes, please.
So do the private universities got the opportunity to prepare the MOOCs and all?
Right. Recently means last 6 months before, there was academic council meeting under Professor Darsa, right? And therefore, that one course is compulsory not to offer to the
Yes,
students
through
to go to
NPTEL.
online and this thing,
Hmm.
right? So therefore, definitely you can offer the courses. Now they are open for the all. It is not only for the IITs or IIMs or specific universities or central universities. So it is open for all, and then they decide on basis of their need, requirements, topics, and so many parameters. But it is, yes, private universities are also the part of this.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well, my pleasure, my pleasure. So introductory development. So therefore, introductory. If anybody is having any question, then you can ask also. For taking the course introductory video, right? I'm having the videos, but okay. So this is the introductory video will be there, right? So this is the Nptel MOOCs course layout and all, right? This is for the training of trainers. This is the link with
So I have discussed with you conceptually what is the behavioral modeling, and now I would like to conduct a training session. It is how we can use these scripts. So I have informed them it is in what their behavior is expected.
Now this video is that is how I have involved in my MBA students. These are the my left hand side are these three are the MBA students. My right hand side and my left hand side is the MBA student, and then the senior person is the joint registrar at IIT Roorkee. And that time he was the PhD scholar and registered for my subject. He has completed his PhD on managerial effectiveness under my supervision. And so I have involved these my students also for video recording that you will appreciate. So I'm not taking the videos from the outside, right? Rather than I prefer to go by this particular this type of the exercises
and then we will discussing about what are the strengths and weaknesses in this behavior modeling training program. So before we start, I will request you that each participant that is kindly introduce them and what behavior modeling they are supposed to answer.
So they are my students actually, MBA classroom students.
I will behave like as a person. I'm giving a person who is from the I will be behaving as a associate analyst. Hello everyone, my name is Lakshman and I am currently pursuing my MBA degree from the Department of Management Studies, IIT Roorkee, and I will be behaving like a chief analyst. Hello everyone, I am Lakshman. I have a PhD from the Department of Management. Here I will be playing the role of behavior method of the right. Now I will request.
So here we are going for this behavior modeling exercise, right? So that was one of the topics that I will be sharing with you in the course content also. That is how it is there. What is my submission is this: whenever you are preparing the contents, so you please use the videos also. Make your own videos. And when you make your own videos and to explain your content, here like that this particular course, then definitely in that case you will be having these particular aspects, that is the how you are able to go for this particular videos.
The title of this program is offered is the training of
Sir, it's not moving.
program is specially
Yeah, it's not moving.
Yes, sir. We cannot see anything, sir. Only your front page is there.
academia and
Okay, 1 minute.
employees, keeping in mind that is how to take
1 minute. Is it, madam, now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I will stop this here, right? And then again come to, so like these videos which I have shown you. So therefore in the course content, what is my submission is that we can go for this type of these solutions. If you develop, okay, again video is coming, just 1 minute. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Professor in Department of Muslim Studies, IIT. The title of this program is offered in the training of trainers. This program is specially designed for the HR institutes, for the business students, for the business students, for the industry, academia, and government employees, keeping in mind that is how to take the training classes. So first and foremost, you see what is the training, what are the different training techniques, tools, and methods are there, how to design.
So therefore, in that case, this was the introductory video means. So you have to prepare one introductory video which will be talking about that is the how you are going to develop. This was the introductory module which I was talking about. So this was the introductory module will be there. So with the introductory video, that video was called the introductory video. Then assessment system, how there will be the duration of this course, how assessment will be done, and like expected outcomes are there, that you will talk about the introductory module. Then scheduling of the courses, lectures, reading materials, assignments are there, and the quizzes and tests, like what type of these evaluation system you would like to give. Videos, then you have to prepare, and self-assessment module is to be there. That is the how they will be able to, they are supposed to attempt the total number of quizzes and assignments are to be there. Now, naturally, you want to make a continuous learning practices, and therefore assessment system will be there, record taken by the students weekly or bi-weekly, or you have to keep on giving them the certain assignments and let them submit the assignments. So that there is a continuous learning is there. And then you are also ensuring that is the students, if they are having any problem, they can talk to you, they can send you queries, and then you can resolve their problems or queries are there. Then please also provide them the reading material. Keep ready the reading material, and then from the website they can download the reading material. Self-assessment models, quiz and test, assessment system, weekly is there. And then also please create the discussion forum. And therefore answering the queries raised by the registered students are there. So content for the 1 week is there, suppose. So minimum 5 video lectures per week that you have to ensure. Duration of each video is 30 minutes approximately. Every video should have a lecture title, concepts, covers, keywords required for it to be the search. So therefore, in that case, it will searchable on the YouTube is there. about half an hour of the tutorial section, which can show how to solve the problem similar to the assignments are there. Video. So therefore, your contents will be video lectures, lecture slides, additional material, assessments, assignments. Activity question will be there. Like I was asking you the question, that is the how will you prepare the global content. So this was an activity question basically. A self-test question to check if they have understood what you are talking and audience is there, are they able to understand. So therefore, this type of the questions, like we have seen that Professor Manish Joshi has mentioned about, that is a global business and Jugaad example he has given. So that was the reflection, that is the, your audience is with you, right? So that is called the activity question is there. So they have understood this. Have a think about this question. Now, here I would also like to mention, that is their content should have the Bloom's taxonomy. What is Bloom's taxonomy? Lower order thinking, middle order thinking, and higher order thinking. Lots, mods, and hots. In learning process, I always keep in mind that is we are having these lots, mods, and hots are there. So if you are having this type of these, think about this questions framing. What type of the questions do you frame? If your question is what you are taught and on memory basis somebody has replied, it is LOT, lower order thinking. If you are having the middle order thinking, then definitely in that case we will be having this the applications, implementation type, case studies, right? But when you are asking for the think out of the box, certain problem is there. How will you solve that particular problem? So there is a misunderstanding between the superior and subordinate. So what you will do? Counseling is to be done. So this is counseling is to be done. That is a middle order thinking. But in the counseling, what will be the problem? The person will not open up. Then how will you ensure that is the person opens up? Because that might be the personal matter. That might be the certain matter which you would not like to disclose to the superior, but you are asking to talk to the superior. Superior is asking what is the problem. The subordinate is saying there is no problem, but superior observes there is a problem in the performance is there. So now the superior has to identify what is the problem. So he has to communicate, interact, and then find out that is the what is the problem is there, without saying by the subordinate. So think about this question. It is how will you identify? Any participant would answer this question for this situation. That is the superior subordinate counseling is there. Superior asks the subordinate and subordinate says there is no problem. And you are the superior. How will you find out the problem? A unique way, your unique way. Any participant? मोनिका मैडम ने चाय की व्यवस्था यही करवा दी है कि भाई यहीं पे आप अपने आराम से वहीं पे जहाँ से डिलीवर कर रहे हैं वहीं से चाय पीजिए. So I hope you don't mind. I will be taking
Not at all, not at all, sir. Most welcome for in Indore also, sir. You're most welcome to have a tea with us.
हाँ मैडम, हम आना ही है, आएंगे पर दिवाली के समय आएंगे उधर मिलने.
Sure, sir. Most welcome, sir.
जी हाँ. So any creative style for the ice breaking between the superior and subordinate?
Anybody from the participants? Please let me know so that I will allow him or her to participate. Ritu Saxena, madam, are you here? Dr. Manish, would you like to answer sir sir's query?
Similarly, क्या मैडम चली गई क्या?
No sir, I'm here. Actually वो थोड़ा सा question fast हुआ है. मैं समझ नहीं पाई हूँ कि subordinate और सुपीरियर
वो
का
ओपन अप नहीं हो रहा है, वो ओपन अप नहीं हो रहा है सुपीरियर के साथ में, कि सुपीरियर समझ रहा है कि उसका काम पे जॉब पे फोकस नहीं है, लेट आ रहा है, absent हो रहा है, और जितना उसका जो एक इन्वायरमेंट, एंगेजमेंट और कम्युनिकेशन होता था वर्क प्लेस पे, तो वो कुछ दिनों से दिखाई दे रहा है कि वो नहीं हो रहा है। तो वो बुला के पूछता है कि क्या प्रॉब्लम है, और सबऑर्डिनेट कहता है नहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। Yeah, so first let the Simanka madam says, then we will come to the Professor Manish.
Sir, in that case, if I am there in the place of superior and subordinate is behaving in such a way, I would like to revise the old activities which have already occurred. I would like to see what reports he has made or what work he has done in past, and what personal growth he has got, or maybe in his team. I would like to talk, not directly but indirectly. I would like to investigate about the personal problem that he is facing, and observation method is the best method that we can apply, obviously. And being a little bit friendly, meeting out for tea, जैसे भी आप बात कर रहे थे, so someday we can sit back with the subordinates and have tea with them and ask them, talk them normally, and they will just speak up when they build a trust on us. Maybe that can be one way.
Right, right. So that is with the team members or the colleagues, or through the socialization process, those who are wherever you interact, or that particular employee interacts, you will find out the close friend or any colleague with this particular employee was more friendly. So you will talk, and indirectly you will try to find out what is. So therefore then colleague will say, मेरा नाम मत बताना पर इसकी ये problem है.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Correct. Very good. Very good. Through socialization process, we can informally or with the close circle of that particular employee, we can find out indirectly it is there. Yes, Professor Manish Joshi, do you have any other solution for this?
Sir, actually, I'd been to corporate for approximately 15 years, and informal floating or going for a dinner, maybe a place where somebody can speak to you. दूसरा वो वेन्यू आपका ऑफिस नहीं होना चाहिए सर, ऐसा मेरा मानना है.
So informal is to be there, okay, right.
और दूसरा सर ये festivals can be celebrated, like festivals can be celebrated.
तो socialization, okay.
Definitely.
और कोई आइडिया, वो आइडिया तो हम लोग पहले डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. कोई और यूनिक आइडिया आपके दिमाग में आता है इन आइडियाज के अलावा, सोशलाइजेशन या उसके क्लोज सर्कल से बात करके या इनडायरेक्ट बात करके? हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई?
एक वो बिना नाम के सर कुछ नोट वो शेयरिंग कर दे, कुछ हमें लिख के दे दे या टाइप करके दे दे, समथिंग, अपना नाम ना हो या हैंडराइटिंग ना हो, समथिंग. Although it is a very traditional one, but yes, some sensible answers or suggestions can be taken care of.
Okay. Any other answer? Anybody is having any experience with the student or the child, and then come to know about the facts, or the friends or the colleagues? Any situation, any case study, any which you are referred? So how to make the open up your colleagues, those who are into the problems?
Madam is there, Marinal Gupta.
कोई यूनिक आइडिया किसी का है? क्योंकि ये कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि ये किताब का आंसर है, किसी किताब में दे रखा है कि ऐसा करिए वैसा करिए, क्यों पर ये आंसर से देखे रखते हैं. सोशलाइजेशन करिए, उनके क्लोज फ्रेंड से मिलिए, पता कीजिए. ये आंसर सब एमोटीज हैं वैसे. हाई ऑर्डर थिंकिंग वाला एक झन्नाट आंसर चाहिए कि भाई ये आंसर है कि सर आई विल ट्राई टू डू लाइक दिस, क्योंकि ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता कि इसके अलावा कोई और मेथड ना हो, यही लिमिटेड मेथड्स हो, ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता, कुछ और भी हो सकता है। वो कुछ और क्या हो सकता है? सो थिंक अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन वाला जो पॉइंट आप देख रहे हैं स्लाइड में, तो एक्चुअली दिस इज अबाउट दैट इज द हाउ वी सेंसिटाइज द लर्नर्स फ्रॉम द लोअर ऑर्डर टू मिडिल ऑर्डर टू द हाई ऑर्डर इज देयर. So therefore, in that case, if you have any high order approach, कि किस तरह से इसको पता किया जाए, जैसे आप इमेजिन कीजिए कि आपके क्लोज फ्रेंड फैमिली मेंबर है और फैमिली मेंबर के साथ ये प्रॉब्लम है, तो आप और क्या करेंगे? जो उनके क्लोज सर्कल में है, जिनके साथ उनकी फ्रेंडशिप है, क्लोज रिलेशन ज्यादा है, उनसे बात करने की कोशिश करेंगे, वो छोड़ तो नहीं देंगे ना, आप उसको रिजॉल्व तो करेंगे उस इश्यू को कि आजकल ये जो है टीवी देखते हुए गुमसुम रहते हैं, टीवी नहीं देखते हैं, कमरे में रहते हैं, बेडरूम से बाहर नहीं आते, बेडरूम में ज्यादा रहते हैं, कुछ तो समथिंग इज देयर, कुछ तो चिंता है। तो वो चिंता क्या है, उसके लिए क्या करेंगे आप?
Sir, one of the very effective methods can be looking into their social media.
सोशल मीडिया, राइट, ओके, वेरी गुड। आपको तो क्राइम पेट्रोल में रोल मिल सकता है, बेस्ट ऑफ क्राइम पेट्रोल। That is a understanding, अच्छा, गुड आंसर कि सोशल मीडिया की एक्टिविटीज पर से पता चल सकता है कि क्या प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे है। दिस इज दैट इज ट्रू, दैट इज पॉसिबल इज देयर। विकास शर्मा जी हैं, विकास शर्मा जी कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं।
विकास शर्मा जी, एक मिनट सर, मैं इनको, विकास सर, वेट अ मिनट। यस सर, यू कैन स्पीक नाउ। विकास शर्मा सर, you can speak now.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, very much audible. Very much.
Okay. Sir, in such kind of situation, we can observe the body language of a person, and based on that, at least we can take initiative for starting the conversation, because conversation is required at this stage for finding the actual cause why the person is behaving like this. So even though that is not required, but that is needed.
हाँ, तो कैसे करेंगे उसको? बोलने के लिए कैसे, क्या करेंगे? बताने को तैयार नहीं है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
Sir, we can do one thing, sir. Rather than doing a routine thing, we can do some unusual thing, and then we can start our conversation. Like rather than talking on works or anything else, we can go outside, and then there we can find the actual cause.
वो तो खैर, वो जो पहले के आंसर्स जो दिए हैं सिनोलिका मैडम ने और प्रोफेसर जोशी ने, तो वो मोर और लेस दे आर सिमिलर। Now you see, that is the mods and hots, right? So as a faculty, इसका solution आप कहाँ से लाएंगे? समझो ये एक केस स्टडी हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे, तो हम क्या करते हैं? यहाँ पे you have to refer the resources. What is important is this: your resources are very, very important. Is there. So there will be the primary resources, there will be the secondary resources. What will be the primary resources? As you mentioned, कि उनके जो colleagues वगैरह हैं उनसे बात करेंगे, या उनको भी socialization process में involve करेंगे, family members जिसके साथ वो close हो उनसे पूछेंगे कि इनको क्या problem है, इनका क्या है, ये कुछ इस type से है, उनको friends होंगे, friend circle होंगे। अभी क्या है कि अभी हमारे यहाँ पे 2 बातें हुई। एक हमारा स्टाफ है तो उसका ब्रदर गायब हो गया, तो 15-20 दिन पहले गायब हो गया, और फिर जो है वो ढूंढा ढांडी हुई है, हुआ वो हुआ। फिर जैसे मलिका ने बोला ना कि हम वो सोशल मीडिया से उसका पता करेंगे, फिर एक दिन उसने जो है वो फेसबुक में वो दिखा, तो फेसबुक में जैसे ही वो दिखा ऑनलाइन या जो भी, तो तुरंत जो है साइबर क्राइम वालों को नोट करा के रखा हुआ था उसका मिसिंग, तो साइबर क्राइम वालों ने तुरंत उसकी लोकेशन निकाली, तो वो हरिद्वार के एक आश्रम में जो है मिला। ठीक है ना। तो जैसे वो मलिका बोल रही थी ना कि वो सर हम सोशल मीडिया से या उसकी सोशल उससे करेंगे, तो दैट वाज द रियल मतलब लाइव एग्जांपल ऑफ द लास्ट 15 डेज कि वो सोशल मीडिया से उसको मतलब देखा, ट्रेस किया गया, फिर वहां जाके देखा तो आश्रम में, स्वामी जी के आश्रम में था, आ गया वो घर आ गया, काफी सीनियर मतलब बच्चा ही है, 30 से 32 साल का, और फिर उसका जो है शादी भी हो चुकी है, एक बेटा भी है, सभी लोग परेशान थे। तो वो जो है वो कुछ उनका प्रॉपर्टी का झगड़ा था, वो पैसा चाह रहा था पिताजी से, पिताजी दे नहीं रहे थे, वाइफ से भी थोड़ा सा अनबन हो गई है उसकी, तो ये सब चक्कर में उसने घर छोड़ के चला गया था। दूसरा जो है एक हमारे प्रोफेसर अभी जो है वो मिसिंग है, रिटायर्ड प्रोफेसर सोनवी जी हैं, 70 ईयर्स के हैं आपको। तो मैंने आज ही मैंने वो हमारे न्यूज़पेपर में पैम्पलेट में देखा, तो उनका एडवर्टाइज मतलब वो पैम्पलेट आया हुआ था, गुमशुदा की तलाश करके, उसमें जो है वो किया। So what is happening is this loneliness is becoming a big problem, and therefore this social and the professional, both the places you are facing this type of the issues are there. So therefore more communication, so primary source will be the people surrounding, so therefore normally the primary source will be these people surrounding is there. The secondary source which I was talking about, and where the role of an academician comes, that is we have to refer more and more case studies, and when we refer the case studies and the research papers, our idea generation starts. The basic purpose of raising these type of the questions, activity questions, or think about this question is that is taking your thought process to the next level. Bloom's taxonomy which I was talking about, कि आपको आपके लर्नर्स का जो थॉट प्रोसेस है वो नेक्स्ट लेवल पे ले जाना है। तो अभी हमने जैसे ये प्रॉब्लम की बात करी, हम HRM OP में किसी भी टॉपिक में हम बात कर रहे हैं, और दिस वाज द लास्ट पॉइंट व्हिच आई रिटन इन दिस स्लाइड इज एडिशनल रीडिंग मटेरियल। ये आप लोगों ने नोटिस नहीं किया, ये किसने नोटिस किया होता तो ये जरूर बताता उसको कनेक्ट करता कि सर हम इस टाइप से पता करने की कोशिश करेंगे कि इस क्या ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल प्रैक्टिसेस क्या है, सोशल प्रैक्टिसेस क्या है। यदि आप सोशल हैं, अब जैसे मैंने बताया कि भाई वो हमारे एक स्टाफ का ब्रदर जो है वो ऐसा गुम हो गया था, फिर वो हरिद्वार के आश्रम में मिला, इससे क्या हुआ, अगली बार किसी का भाई घूमेगा तो हम बोलेंगे आश्रम देख लो भाई, आश्रम में वो मिल सकता है। एक आश्रम ऐसा है जहाँ पे कोई पूछा नहीं जाता आप कहाँ से आए हो, क्या आए हो, और आपको रख लिया जाता है, खाना पीना सब दिया जाता है। तो वो जो है तो ये क्या हुआ, ये रीडिंग मटेरियल हुआ, ये सोशलाइजेशन प्रोसेस हुई। तो हमें पता चला जितना आप सोशलाइजेशन करोगे, जितना आप लोगों से मिलोगे, तो आपको बहुत समाज की बहुत सी प्रॉब्लम्स की, वर्क प्लेस की, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की बहुत सी प्रॉब्लम्स आपको मिलेगी। मुझे याद है जब मैं लेबर ऑफिसर था हुकुम चंद मिल में 84 to 90 में, तो कितना 36 साल पहले की बात बता रहा हूँ। तो उस समय क्या होता था कि हमें हमारे वो मिल मैनेजर साहब कहते थे हुकुम चंद मिल का केस चल ही रहा है, रोज आप पेपर में पढ़ ही रहे होंगे। तो मैं वहां पे लेबर ऑफिसर था उस समय, तो हमें वो कहते थे कि यहाँ पे कुर्सी मत तोड़ो, टेबल कुर्सी मत तोड़ो, जाओ शॉप फ्लोर पे जाओ, हमारे बॉस कहते थे। एंड थैंक्स टू हिम कि हम हमेशा जो है वो वर्क प्लेस पे घूमते, जाके वर्कर्स से मिलते थे, यूनियन से बात करते थे वगैरह वगैरह, जैसे इनफॉर्मल वगैरह। तो जो नेटवर्किंग डेवलप होता था उससे हमें बहुत सी प्रॉब्लम्स की सॉल्यूशंस मिल जाती थी। इसलिए आपको क्या है, तो एडिशनल रीडिंग इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज देयर। अब यदि मैं आपको केवल यही बताता कि सोशलाइजेशन करिए, उसका पता कीजिए, और फिर उस पर से वो करिए। तो कुछ मैंने आपको कुछ ज्यादा कुछ अच्छा नहीं बताया, वो मिडिल ऑर्डर थिंकिंग ही बताया मैंने। पर मैंने आपको बताया कि नहीं, आपको एडिशनल रीडिंग करिए, आप अच्छे अच्छे जर्नल्स मैगजीन्स में पता कीजिए, काउंसलर्स के इंटरव्यूज देखिए, वीडियोस देखिए कि किसी काउंसलर ने, रिनाउंड काउंसलर ने, तो साइकोलॉजिस्ट, असेसमेंट सेंटर्स, हाउ दे आइडेंटिफाई। जैसे क्या होता है, एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देना चाहूंगा कि हमें एक स्टोरी बता दी जाती है, ऐसी बातें करते करते एक स्टोरी बता दी जाती है और फिर कहा जाता है स्टोरी को कंप्लीट करो। अब लोग जो है वो कंप्लीट करने में लग जाते हैं। ये मैंने बहुत प्रैक्टिस किया है, एंड आई लाइक इट, अ ब्यूटीफुल मेथड टू फाइंड आउट द साइकोलॉजी ऑफ द पर्सन एंड द वेयर इट इज लीडिंग। कि क्या होता है, जब आपको एक स्टोरी बता देते हैं, है ना, और फिर वो स्टोरी के बोलते हैं एंड आप करो। अब जैसे मेरी एक एक्सरसाइज होती है, वो होती है पापा की डायरी। क्या आपको पापा की डायरी मिली है, और वो अब आपको बताना है कि उस डायरी में क्या लिखा है। And it is so emotional exercise because short of time I will not take right now. There are so many other things which I would like to share theoretically also. नहीं तो मोनिका मैडम बोलेगी कि सर आप तो कहानियां ही सुनाने। So therefore,
we are enjoying. They are so interesting, and we are learning so many new things.
नहीं, nice madam. Thank you very much. Thanks for your feedback. So therefore, in that case क्या है कि आपने एक उसको स्टोरी दी और बोला ये स्टोरी का एंड करो। तो वो जिस साइकोलॉजी में होता है ना, उस स्टोरी को एंड करता है। जैसे पापा की डायरी का मैं बता रहा था, मैंने इसमें बहुत एफडीपीज में इसको यूज किया और मैंने ये देखा कि बहुत से फैकल्टीज जो हैं वो उसको रियल लाइफ में लेते हैं, उनके रियल लाइफ के शेयरिंग करते हैं, वो एक्सपीरियंस शेयरिंग करते हैं। वो केवल एक राइटिंग एक्सरसाइज नहीं है, वो उस चीज को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं और उस चीज को एक्सप्लेन करते समय वो अपनी भावनाओं को एक्सप्रेस करते, इमोशंस को एक्सप्रेस करते। तो क्या होता है, इसको हम उस तरह से ना मॉक स्टोरीज क्रिएट कर सकते हैं कि एक व्यक्ति था तो उसको इस टाइप से प्रॉब्लम थी, तो फिर उसको इस तरह से परेशानी आ गई, अब वो इस परेशानी का हल कैसे करेगा। तो छोटे छोटे बच्चे कहते हैं मैं अपने दादाजी से पूछूंगा। इसका क्या मतलब हुआ, उसने नाना जी क्यों नहीं कहा, या उसने नाना जी कहा कि नाना जी से पूछूंगा। मैं तो अपने पापा से पूछूंगा, मेरे पापा को तो सब पता होता है ना, सबके बचपन में सबके रोल मॉडल उनके पापा होते हैं। क्या मेरे पापा को कितना पता है, सबसे नॉलेजेबल इस वर्ल्ड में मेरे पापा ही हैं। सो देयरफॉर इन दैट केस इट इज अ क्लोज। मेरी मम्मी को पूछूंगा, मैं तो मम्मी के पास चला जाऊंगा, वो मुझे सब बता देंगे। मैं पापा के पास चला जाऊंगा, फिर तुम क्या कर लोगे, इस तरह से। जैसे तो वो जब ऐसा कहता है तो उससे ये पता चलता है कि he is close to home, where he is having this safety, where he is finding the more knowledgeable person, where his love, affection and emotions are attached, where he is attached most. So ऐसे ही बातें करते करते जब आप उसको उस प्रॉब्लम या कोई स्लो प्रॉब्लम के बारे में बताते हैं, फिर उसको सॉल्यूशन करने को बोलते हैं कि उसने ऐसा क्यों किया। अब जैसे मैं 3 स्टोरीज बताता हूँ कि एक साथ क्या हुआ था कि उसी समय जो है वो अपने इंदौर के जो संत थे भैयू महाराज, उन्होंने सुसाइड किया था, है ना। उसी समय छत्तीसगढ़ में एक कलेक्टर ने जो है वो सुसाइड किया था, आईएएस ऑफिसर ने सुसाइड किया। और उसी समय बॉम्बे में जो है वो एक लेडी का डेड बॉडी मिली थी, एंड दैट वाज टोटल बॉडी वाज डिकेड एंड देन स्मेलिंग, सो द नेबर्स कंप्लेंट इन मुंबई वन फ्लैट एंड देन दे इट हैज बीन फाउंड एंड देन दे स्टार्टेड कॉलिंग। अब तीनों जगह क्या था, स्ट्रेस था, स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट प्रैक्टिस। अब तीनों ही लीडिंग थे क्योंकि वो जिस फ्लैट में रहती थी तो वो भी बहुत कॉस्टली फ्लैट था, मतलब शी वाज वेल टू डू, मतलब पैसे वाली थी क्या, परंतु वो इस तरह से उसकी डेथ हुई। वो जो कलेक्टर था वो पावर, यूपीएससी, आप जानते हैं यूपीएससी एग्जाम क्लियर करने में कितना वो लगता है, और उसने वो यूपीएससी एग्जाम क्लियर करी। और उसके बाद में जो है, परंतु उसने जो है राहुल बुराड़े हैज रिटन यस सर, इट इज वेरी ट्रू। So thank you. So therefore in that case what happens, that is the तीनों नेगेटिव एक्सपीरियंसेस थे, स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट के थे, स्ट्रेस के थे, तीनों लीडिंग पर्सनालिटीज थी, सेलिब्रिटीज थी, मतलब हाई पोजीशंस थी, सेलिब्रिटी इन द सेंस हाई पोजीशंस थी, पर ऐसा एंड हुआ. So therefore in that case, that is the, now when we talk about the understanding the others, it is very necessarily, that is we read the material, we read the case studies, we read the journals research, और उन रिसर्च को पढ़ने के बाद में, उन केस स्टडीज को पढ़ने के बाद में हमें प्रॉब्लम्स टू द सॉल्यूशंस मिलती है. व्हाट आई वांट टू से, तो जब आप एक क्वेश्चन रेज करते हो और कॉमन आंसर्स के बाद जो है, yes, I will come to Rahul sir and the Yogita madam. So then फिर जब आप उसके ऊपर वो करते हो कि सॉल्यूशंस ढूंढते हो, और वो जब सॉल्यूशंस मिलते हैं कि अच्छा किसी ने इस तरह से ऑप्ट किया था, ये सॉल्यूशन ऑप्ट किया था, काउंसलर्स हैं, साइकोलॉजिस्ट हैं, उनकी क्या प्रैक्टिस है. अच्छा एक और बात, एक और इंटरेस्टिंग क्लू, दैट इज द मूवीज. When we see the movies, especially in old movies, अभी आजकल तो मैंने बहुत दिनों से कुछ देखा नहीं है, वो गाना वाला जो बहुत कौन सा योरी शोरी क्या गाना चल रहा है वो देखनी, मूवी पर देखी नहीं मैंने, परंतु जो है जो जिस हिसाब से मूवीज में वो एंटरटेनिंग में ड्रामा है, राइट. So everywhere you understand, that is the what is clue is there. So socialization is definitely for those people, those who are alone, right, for them that is the best way. The close circle friends, that is the best is there. But with the primary data, if we refer the secondary data, that also gives us the clue, that is how to identify the solutions. And when we find that it's a different persons have identified the different stories, the psychologists, autobiography and all, are the counselors experience sharing and interviews, are the YouTubes, so we will also get the clues. What I want to say, additional reading material that sensitize you to the high level of thinking, next level. No, we always talk about the HOTs, high level of thinking is there, and therefore you can go with the high level of thinking is there. जैसे मैंने एक simple example दिया है, story telling, उनको एक story में उलझाया जाए और उन्हीं से पूछा जाए कि इस story का end क्या होगा, ठीक है, और उस पर से फिर कुछ clue मिल सकता है कि उस स्टोरी के एंड से उनके डायरी एक एक्सरसाइज कराई जाए पापा की डायरी टाइप की, और उस समय उनकी साइकोलॉजी या उसको किया जाए, एक तरह से उस टाइप की सिचुएशन क्रिएट की जाए और विदाउट सेंसिटाइजिंग हिम कि आपके लिए है, और फिर उसमें वो क्या बताते हैं कि इसका क्या सॉल्यूशन होगा, और फिर वो खुद ही बताएंगे, उसमें वो खुद ही सॉल्यूशन बताते हैं. कैन यू इमेजिन ए ब्यूटीफुल सिचुएशन कि जो आप पता करना चाह रहे थे वो पता नहीं चल रहा था, और जिसके लिए पता करना चाह रहे थे वो खुद ही बता देता है कि इसका सॉल्यूशन तो ये है कि मैं रोज एक डायरी लिखता हूं और उस डायरी से पता चलेगा कि मुझे क्या प्रॉब्लम है. तो रात को किसी को पता नहीं है कि सोते समय डायरी लिखते हैं, और फिर उस डायरी से पता चलता है कि तो जैसे पापा की डायरी में एक्सरसाइज में तो फिर पता चलता है कि पापा हमारे बारे में क्या सोच रहे थे, वो किन परिस्थितियों से गुजर रहे थे जब वो हमें एजुकेशन दिला रहे थे, किन परिस्थितियों से गुजर रहे थे जब वो हमारी शादी का सोच रहे थे, किन परिस्थितियों से गुजर रहे थे जब उनका रिटायरमेंट आया था, और वो मेरे बारे में क्या सोच रहे थे. तो अब तो पापा नहीं है, परंतु उन्होंने क्या क्या सोचा उस समय वो हमें अब पता चलता. कहने का मतलब है कि द एडिशनल रीडिंग मटेरियल, क्रिएटिंग ऑफ द स्टोरीज, स्टोरी क्रिएटिंग, एक्चुअली स्टोरी टेलिंग, मतलब मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि जब हम इस टाइप की प्रॉब्लम्स को स्टोरी टेलिंग से जो है वो आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं, एंड लेट द अदर पर्सन कंप्लीट द स्टोरी. तो कई बार जैसे हम सीरियल देखते हैं, मूवी देखते हैं, ड्रामा देखते हैं, और उस देखते 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 हम ये सोचते हैं, स्पेशली हॉरर मूवीज या मर्डर क्रिमिनल मूवीज में हम देखते हैं कि इसका एंड क्या होगा, कौन निकलेगा इसका मर्डरर, कौन निकलेगा. एंड देन वी थिंक समथिंग, वी मेक द एंड ऑफ द स्टोरी. अब आपको एक और कहानी सुनाता हूँ. कहानी ऐसी है कि मैं दिल्ली से जब भी उतरता था और रुड़की के लिए आता था तो वो एफएम लगवा देता था, तो एफएम चालू हो जाता था. तो वो नीलेश मिश्रा की कहानियां आती थी. अब वो क्या होता था कि मेरा उतरना और बैठना और रोटी के लिए निकलना, तो उस समय वो स्टार्ट हो जाती थी कहानी बराबर। मैं गाजियाबाद से पहले ही उधर दिल्ली से बाहर निकलते से ही वो कहानी 10 बज जाती, या जो था टाइम, तो वो उस पे कहानी चालू हो जाती थी। वो पूरी कहानी चलते चलते मेरठ तक आती थी, और मेरठ को जैसे ही क्रॉस होके वो डिस्कनेक्ट होता था। अब क्या हुआ कि वो वहां से कहानी में सुनता मेरठ तक आया। अब मेरठ में आने के बाद अब मुझे उस कहानी का मुझे खुद ही करना होता था। तो कहने का मतलब है कि जब आप कंटेंट डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हो तो you have the full freedom here. So therefore in that case उसकी case writing, case story, situations, creativities, the ideas, that is you are the author, and develop that and let the other people involved. And therefore in that case, अभी यहाँ पे तो मैंने आपको पूछ लिया, पर आप NPTEL के मेरे ये जो लेक्चर्स है उसमें देखेंगे कि मैं ऐसे कहानी करके छोड़ देता हूँ, फिर खुद ही उसका जवाब दे देता हूँ, क्योंकि वहां पे तो ऑडियंस होता नहीं है। मैं बताता हूँ कि इसका स्टोरी का आंसर ये होता है। And that is the difference between the MOOC, NPTEL and the online teaching. So in online teaching, we are interacting, we are getting this particular solution is there. So that way the storytelling, and let the other person complete the story. That is one idea I am having. That is like this way also you can identify the solution. Okay, so first we will go to the Rahul sir. Rahul sir, do you want to say something? And second one is the Yogita Agrawal madam. Madam, you want to say something? Any comment?
Is asking, sir, madam is asking how to overcome it.
So which I have mentioned, that is the you find out the new creative ways, right? And then as I was saying, it is create a story and let the person who is not interacting are like this. So what you will do? So then he will say, I will do this. So sometimes they themselves will provide you the solution. Sometimes the diary is there. Then through the diary, you will be understanding that is the how to how to recognize that type of person. And then yes, you can recognize that type of person is this, that is the whether the person is actually involved. There is a change in routine, there is a change in communication, there is a change in behavior. So therefore, as soon as you find that there is a change in behavior, something is wrong. Like in the family, we immediately observe. Like a mother immediately observes the child. Even the father may say, नहीं ऐसा कुछ मुझे तो नहीं लग रहा, but the mother will immediately say, नहीं कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, इसके स्कूल में पता करो कुछ, क्या स्कूल से हमें पता करना चाहिए. And therefore in that case that is the these are the type of person. I mean the through the stories we can yes, we can relate, and that is the that type of person can be recognized when it is starting remaining in isolation. There is a change in communication, there is change in behavior, change in decision making style, right? Change in the routine, the timings, coming late, or the remaining in isolation, are not joining the social functions, are avoiding any particular person, right? So these type of things that you can identify, and then you will be able to recognize that type of person. I hope I have answered the Yogita madam's question, right? And my idea was that it is to create a story, or ask him to write a diary, and then find out it is how one ends that story or diary, and then definitely that will be the right way to understand the person's psychology or the situation where the person is there, right? Okay. So here it is just an example. That is how to content development is there. So therefore, these are the 5 modules are there. There will be a total 10 modules. So then week 1, what I will be teaching, so that contents will be there. Then week 2, that is the what will be the contents, and then week 3, what will be the contents. Week 4, and then the assignments. Then the week 4, week 5. Then week 6 and week 7 is there. So therefore, in that case, you will find that is the Why it should be 10 weeks? Yeah. 12 weeks, right? It was a 12 weeks program, no? So therefore, then in the week 8, then what will be the content? Week 9, what will be the content? Because this every module is of the half an hour, right? So therefore, you have to have these 60 modules. So therefore, in that case, you are having these in every week there will be the 5 modules. Each module is of the half an hour. So therefore, total will be 60 sessions, 60 videos, 30-hour session. So like this, you can develop the content. This is an example. That is you can develop this particular content is there. Thank you, madam. Yogita madam is saying thanks. Thanks to Yogita madam. Welcome. So therefore, these are the 12 weeks, and then we can develop this particular version. Yeah, this already I have covered this video. That is please prepare your video for the purpose of this particular course. So therefore, this will be the duration. It will be it will be showing the SOM's portal. You will find the video like this. Leadership and team effectiveness is there, right? So this talks about the leadership and team effectiveness. Because of short of time, I am not showing this video, but please refer this video on the YouTube and the SOM portal, right? So therefore, you will get leadership and team effectiveness. Then you will find all the module, the contents, and this thing is there. This is the course layout. That is the course, how I will develop the course layout on the leadership and the team effectiveness is there. And then understanding the team processes, experiential learning, building, and this is there. Then this is another course, training of trainers. And this is the video, but again, I will escape this, right? So lecture, intelligence and leadership. Now these were the course content. Now I will give the example how contents have been developed. So those where the models are there. So these are the defined intelligence, one session of the leadership and team. This is a one session, intelligence and creativity. So how I have developed the content for this particular session under this module. So define the intelligence, Sternberg's triarchic theory of intelligence, divergent and convergent thinking, creativity killers, cognitive resource theory, case study. Now in every half an hour module, I have given the case study, research paper, book recommendations, and references. I think you will appreciate this because it is not the whole course is given the only one case study or 4 case studies. 60 case studies, 60 research papers. Every half an hour is having there are 60 sessions of half an hour, 60 book recommendations, and the references are there. So therefore, defining the intelligence. So slide is prepared like this, content was developed like this. Then the theory, the slide really is prepared like this, sample and content of one the position on leadership. And that is a converse theory of intelligence. That is the what I talk about the analytical skills, creative skills, and the practical is there. So therefore, in that case, what exercise we have done, that was on the analysis, then the solution, higher order thinking, that is a creativity is there. And then you have to see the practically to do it, implement it. As I mentioned, it is okay. So example, I have given you the Papa ki diary. Practically, I do like this. Papa ki diary दे दी. और फिर मैंने देखा कि कहाँ emotions क्या है, कहाँ क्या नहीं. Career के बारे में ज़्यादा लिखा है पापा ने, कि शादी के बारे में लिखा है, कि economic problems के बारे में लिखा है, कि health problems के बारे में लिखा है. तो उससे वो उस आदमी की psychology आपको पता चलती है कि इनका क्या perception है, कि इनके फादर को किस टाइप के प्रॉब्लम्स जो हैं या किस टाइप का माइंडसेट होगा या इनका वो एक्चुअली उनका माइंडसेट नहीं या अपना माइंडसेट उनके बारे में बता रहे हैं. So therefore, practically you can do this type of exercises is there. Then the case study I give, innovations in emerging economy is there, right? So this is the brief about the Brazil, Russia, India, and China. Millions of scientists and engineers each year, and their economies are becoming the robust, right? So you see, that is the, whenever we are talking about these BRICS, you see, Brazil, Russia, India, and China. So therefore, this graduating the millions of scientists and engineers and the economies are becoming robust, right? So there, here we have to come out, that is identify that what are the different, the new products development, that is becoming very, very important. Right. So if you are able to develop a particular new product, new course, in our case, new course development, right? Then definitely in that case. Then I give the one research paper also in my e-content, and that is about the particular which is related to the intelligence and leadership is there. So because I am in this particular session, I was teaching about the intelligence theories and leadership. So what is the role of the intelligence in the leadership is there. Quantitative review test of theoretical prepositions is there. Then I recommend the one book also. So like this, the slide is prepared in my lecture of e-content. That is, this is a book what you need to know to unlock your full potential. So I suggest to the participant, because there is online actually, and more courses are online. So therefore they can, so there is a publisher's name, author's name, language, paperback, ISBN number, and all this. So therefore you will know about the intelligent and leadership is there, and therefore this book that I developed. So then guidelines for the recording of videos for Nptel is there. It is required. So therefore speaker has to be extempore. Body language should be stiff, should not be stiff and comfortable. Video must not be like a spoken tutorial. Now, when I am talking to you, so it is not like this, I am giving a lecture. It should be the both ways at present on online teaching is concerned. So audio narration, voice over the text mentioned in presentation. Then when you will find, you will find this, I am talking to you. I hope that you will have this feeling. That is, though they are recorded videos, but you will find it like I am talking to you. Text is required. Visual is required, examples, case studies already mentioned. The expert teacher whose video is being recorded should look straight into the camera lens. So therefore, in that case, it has to be this straight. So therefore, you find it is I'm talking to you. So you have that particular feeling in recording this there. Video must include the multimedia, animation, documentary, simulation, graphics, and virtual labs are there, right? So this is the I have differentiated through videos, the brainstorming session, that is the how the brainstorming session is to be done, right? So then again, I involve my user students, and I have talked about this particular what is a brainstorming session, right? In assignment, just transcripts are there, video transcripts are to be developed, right? And therefore, this will be the transcripts will be developed, right? In English also, in Hindi also. Right, so you get the resources, you get the people, and they are paid also by the organizers. So therefore, there is a payment for this particular job. So therefore, they do that. So you will get the resources, you will get that is there type of questions, multiple choice, fill in the blanks, and that can programming assignments is there. So which are measured against an exact value, or that is validated against an exact string or set of words is there. Programming assignments, multiple sub-questions are there. Then the 10 questions per week as an assignment is to be given. Type question paper after completion of course is there. Now, what type of assignments we should give? I give this type of assignments. As per our records, you have not submitted this assignment. So therefore, here you have to find out what is the person has submitted or not submitted assignment. Then evaluation. 100 marks question paper is there finally. That weekly assignment is there and evaluations are to be there. Then there will be the discussion forum will be there. Then the what is about the people talk about final year question papers, whether you are having discussion forums are there. And then there regarding the exam pattern, rescheduling of exam. I cannot download transcripts. The people will share their problems. They can any general inquiry. Exam related, assignment related is there. So these are the mails which we get from the participants, and then you have to answer these questions. That is the what is the here introduce yourself. So I am from Indore. I wish to upgrade my skills as a trainer. Somebody is from the NOC common. I am Nral from Indore. Is there in the last year? We'll see who has attended my training of trainers program is there. So it is his conversation is there. Outcomes of MOOCs courses, right? So digital divide project is there. Online teaching. Actually, we have covered the most of the things are there.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, madam.
Sir, like once we have decided to go for certain online program development, right? So are we supposed to send the content to the agency to get it approved? Then you can develop it, or it's up to us only that?
No, for every program,
Hmm.
it is totally new procedure.
Okay,
So
that-
again, there will be advertisement by the organizers. Organizers will send to the universities. Universities will circulate. Now, suppose earlier I have offered training of trainers. Now I want to go for the leadership and team effectiveness. Again, the format is there. That format I will fill. I will talk about it. What module I will cover. What will be my methodology? What will be my again? Everything will be again. I will explain for this particular course.
Okay.
Then this proposal will go. And then they will find that is this particular proposal is acceptable or not. So that is again there will be the consent, and so everything is fresh and new.
Okay, that means once the content has been finalized by the agency, then you have the freedom to use whatever tools you want to use, right? Thank you, sir.
Because they first will approve. Approval is
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. After their approval, now we have the freedom to add a case studies and some videos
Yes, yes.
and some other simulation
So that
exercises.
study material will not be developed that time. What we will teach course syllabus we will see.
Syllabus rather, correct.
And how we will run the course that will be.
Got it, sir. Got it.
They give sufficient time. They give, actually for the autumn semester they ask you in the spring semester.
Okay.
And when after their approval, we get sufficient time to prepare. Activity and online teaching. So therefore, what I do, I give the step of the activity. That is now tell us what will be your answer, right? And then they will, what should be the answer? And then what is the right answer? Then we tell them. So they are getting involved into this is there, right? This is the Harvard Business Online simulation is there. So we are also using the simulation games and then ask them that is how the simulations are to be done. So therefore the simulation is there, teaching discussions, case study discussions, quiz, class participation, project assignments, end-term examinations. Now the Coursera. Now this is the new which I am starting from this semester. So this is the first time in the Coursera I'm going. So those Nptel 4 courses were there. Now that online teaching was there during the COVID time and with IMC more and IIT Roorkee. Now I'm talking about the Coursera. Coursera this time we are starting executive MBA, and therefore this is for the purpose of those who are having the work X only. So therefore in that case, they have given this information about the course instructor. The session will be conducted by whom, who holds the which position, what degrees, brief bio is required. Then these learning objectives, course prerequisite is there.
Sir, Dr. Manish want to ask something.
Yes, please.
He has raised. Sir, please.
Yes, Professor Manish. And this is the different. Professor Manish. By the time Professor Manish gets connected, the introduction to the Coursera. Now they are having this model, this format. So therefore, Nptel was having, books were having the different format. Online was having the different format. Now this is the third format, which the Coursera format. They give you this step. कितना बताइए reading 1 रहेगा, 10 to 15 minutes आपका एक video रहेगा, 3 to 7 minutes आपका एक video रहेगा. Right, so therefore they give you the directions, that is the break accordingly, total time 10 minutes, 15 minutes, each is to be required, each content is to be required. Then this is the PPM, Principles and Practice of Management course I am offering in the Coursera first. Then second is the OB. Then learning objectives. This will be the way we will be writing. Duration of PPM course, it will be like this. Sample of PowerPoint presentation of 115 minutes lecture planning unit. So this is the principles of practice planning. Suppose I have to teach in Coursera planning. The first slide will be like this, about the training principles of practice of planning. Chapter objectives, definition of planning, new planning paradigm. These will be the contents. Implementation of plans. This is about this. Then the book recommendation, fundamentals of management. Right. This is the book. Then the essentials of management backbones that I will suggest. Because they ask for the suggested reading. So this will be the suggested reading will be there. Evaluation process in Coursera will be different on online courses. because there are also online courses. So this is the they have given us, that is this will be the evaluation process with the answer typed out, and then this will 50 marks. Then between the NPTEL, now you see the finally we come to the e-content for the NPTEL courses, online courses, and the Coursera courses is there. And here we will find that is the how the courses are different. This slide talks about duration of the course, the content development and delivery is how it has been focused in the different this. Then the assessment is there. What are the assessment is there? So these are the three content development is there, which are having the different approaches as per the demand of the organizers are there, and then we finalize the teaching this. The references is this for developing this study material. So I thank you to Professor Monica for giving me this opportunity and the Vaishnav Vidyapeeth to interact with you. Yes, sir, Dr. Manish. Now I thought that let me finish my slides. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Wonderful session we have seen today, sir. I was part of your team, sir. और पुराना विद्यार्थियों में आपका इंदौर का ही.
Yes, I know. We have met, I think, last month or before last. You recently joined, right?
बिल्कुल ठीक बोल रहे सर. आप बिल्कुल पहचान गए मुझे.
हाँ जी,
आशीर्वाद के स्वरूप होता है कि गुरु उसको पहचान जाए तो.
हाँ जी. नहीं,
सर मेरा एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन आ रहा था इसके अंदर, सर, कि since the MOOC is considered as a very mandatory part of the faculty assignments, तो जो कंटेंट हम बना करके देंगे सर, उसका कोई कॉपीराइट का इशू भी आता है सर. मैंने को कुछ लोगों ने ये बोला कि आप MOOCs बना दीजिए और कंटेंट दे दीजिए. तो मुझे आपसे सर जानना था कि शुड वी गो फॉर अ कॉपीराइट फर्स्ट एंड देन वी शेयर द कंटेंट टू एनीबॉडी, या फिर MOOCs का आने के बाद that particular content is being authorized कि ये इनका ही है.
हाँ, नहीं, कॉपीराइट इशू तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इसके अंदर, परंतु जब हम कोई बुक रेफर करते हैं और फिर हमारे कंटेंट उस बेसिस पे हैं, तो हम एकदम से उसको पूरा कॉपी नहीं करते. उसके जो जैसे बुलेट पॉइंट करके फिर हम उसको एक्सप्लेन करते हैं. जैसे हम क्लासरूम में पढ़ाते हैं ना, जैसे किसी की किताब हमने खरीदी और किताब खरीदने के बाद में जो है उसके इस हिसाब से हम क्लासरूम में पढ़ाते हैं. तो उसी हिसाब से कि हम उसी के नाम से पढ़ाएंगे कि ये कंटेंट वहां से लिए गए हैं, ये कंटेंट वहां से लिए गए, सोर्सेस हम बताएंगे हर जगह पे, कौन सी किताब से हम ये कोर्स पढ़ा रहे हैं वो कोर्स हम बताएंगे. सो देयरफॉर इन दैट केस देन देयर विल बी नो कॉपीराइट इशू. एंड एक्चुअली वी आर नॉट जस्ट पुटिंग दोस कंटेंट्स एज इट इज. जैसे क्लासरूम में हम कैसे पढ़ाते हैं कि क्लासरूम में हम जैसे लीडरशिप का टॉपिक है, जैसे जो मॉडल्स हैं तो हम वो मॉडल्स बताते हैं, पर मॉडल्स क्या है हम बताते हैं कि किस किताब में दिए गए हैं और किसने ये मॉडल किया है.
Absolutely right, sir.
तो वो एक इशू, पर उसमें घबराने की बात नहीं है, क्योंकि वो हम पढ़ाते तो किताब का ही है, परंतु उसके अंदर जो पढ़ाने के हमारे नोट्स हैं तो उसके अंदर एक तो हम मेंशन करते हैं कि किस किताब से हम पढ़ा रहे हैं.
ओके.
फिर हम वो बताते हैं कि ये मॉडल, हम ये नहीं कहते कि ये मॉडल हमारा है, हम ये नहीं कहते कि ये कंटेंट हमारे हैं.
ओके. ओके.
और हर जगह पे सोर्स आपको लिखा हुआ मिलेगा. हर जगह पे आपको ये रहेगा कि इस बुक से हम पढ़ाते हैं, इस बुक को आप रेफर कीजिए, ये बुक अप्रूव हुई है. टेक्स्ट बुक ही तो पढ़ाते हैं ना हम लोग, क्लास में भी तो टेक्स्ट बुक ही किसी दूसरे की किताबें तो पढ़ाते हैं.
जी सर. सर एक और चीज था कि इसमें मैंने ये भी सुना था कि जैसे AICT या कहीं पे आपने MOOCs बना लिया तो अगर आपके नाम से जाता है वो, उसको आप पब्लिश भी कर सकते हैं या उसको आप प्रमोट कर सकते हैं, और जब वो MOOCs के बार बार उसके सेशंस होंगे तो यू विल बी एलिजिबल फॉर सम काइंड ऑफ रॉयल्टी आल्सो.
यस. अब जैसे हमने ये जो जैसे मेरे ये 2-3 कोर्सेस रीरन हुए ना, तो पहले वाले में तो 3-3.5 लाख रुपए मिले थे शायद, जब पहली बार रन होता है, ओरिजिनली जब रन होता है. और उसमें जो है वो रिकॉर्डिंग हो जाती है, उसमें रिकॉर्डिंग करना पड़ती है. फिर बाद में तो वो जो है वो रीरन होता है. अब रीरन में हमारी रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं होती, वही रिकॉर्डिंग चलती है, परंतु हमें 1.5 लाख रुपए मिलता है उसका रीरन में.
ओके सर, वेरी फाइन सर. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
And that is also revenue generation is of course satisfactory, but most important point is this, that is with the agency we get associated, and then the agency also promotes us to communicate to others that this is a faculty. of this particular. So your recognition is also there, no? You see, now 3,000 students. So normally हमारे यहाँ पे 90 students आते हैं एक बैच में, है ना? तो एक बैच में 90 स्टूडेंट्स मतलब कितना हो गया? 10, 20, 30, 40, 30 तो बैचेस हो गए, 2700, है ना? तो मतलब उस हिसाब से जो 30 बैचेस में मैं जो पढ़ा रहा हूँ वो एक ही इसमें मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ.
जी सर, जी सर.
तो एक्सेस तो मिलता ही है, रिकॉग्निशन मिलता है, but of course there is a satisfactory financially return also, and there is enough scope for these creativity and show our own talent also, and it is also ultimately developing the quality of work life of others.
Surely, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an informative session. It's a formal welcome on behalf of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya, sir. We thank you for sparing your valuable time.
My pleasure. सर के स्टूडेंट हैं हम तो. सर को नमस्कार, मैडम को, सर को, दोनों को नमस्कार बोलिए. मिसेस सर को सर हमारे चरण स्पर्श बोलिए.
जी. Thank you so much, sir.
नमस्कार.
With this we end our session, today's session, and we will be meeting tomorrow again at 11 a.m. for the last day of the session. And tomorrow we have 3 sessions. I guess most of the participants, only 19 are there, but still tomorrow we have 3 sessions. 11 to 1 we have how to write a research paper, Dr. Yogesh Upadhyay from Jivaji University, Gwalior. Then post lunch we have 2 sessions, role of technology for teaching and assessment of I generation, Dr. Anand Rajawat will be there. And for 3 to 4 we have promotion of Indian language, arts and culture, Professor Dr. Arvind Jha from IGNOU. And 4 to 4:30 we will be having a valedictory session. So all are requested to please be there in the last day of your FDP. And thank you once again to be a patient listening.